Hi, I'm Dan from On One Software. I'm going to give you a detailed tour of how to use the DSLR remote on your Apple iPhone or iPod Touch. If you're watching this video, I'm going to assume you've already watched the Getting Started video. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how it works.
Alright, let's go ahead and get the application on your iPhone or your iPod Touch started. From the home screen, go ahead and click on the On One icon that says Remote underneath it. You'll see a list of available camera servers. Most of the time, you'll just see your server. Go ahead and click on the one you'd want to use. When it connects to the server, you'll see the last image you photographed right here in the preview area. You'll also see each picture as you take it will appear right here as well. If you don't have any pictures in your shooting folder, this area will be blank until you take the first picture. Underneath the preview, you'll see its file name, its index number, so you know where you're at within the shoot. And next to that will be the shutter speed and aperture that were used when it was photographed. At the bottom is an LCD panel that looks just like the one on the top of your camera. If you have the professional edition of DSLR remote, you'll be able to control the most common camera functions right here. Now there's a couple that you can't adjust from the phone. They need to be adjusted from that camera. The first one is the camera mode. Right now we're shooting in manual, where I can adjust the shutter speed and the aperture. But if I want to shoot in an automatic mode, I'll need to set my camera to aperture priority, or shutter priority, or program. And you can see, as I change those on my camera, you'll see it automatically adjusts right here on my phone and only shows me the values that I can adjust. You'll also notice that the exposure compensation appears when I'm shooting in an automatic mode. I'm going to go back to manual for this demonstration. The other control that you'll need to adjust on the camera is its focus mode. Right now I'm in manual focus, and that's set on my camera's lens. I could also switch it over to autofocus and work in autofocus. To select my focus mode, I'll need to go to the camera body to pick whether I want to work in one shot, all servo, or AI. A lot of the times when you work with an unattended camera, like you do with a DSLR remote, it's a good idea to pre-focus and then set the lens to manual. The other options that you can adjust will be dark bold. To adjust one, just go ahead and click on it. Like if I want to change my shutter speed, I just click on the shutter speed option. It'll bring up a list of all the available shutter speeds for my camera, and I can browse through them and select the one that I want to use. It works the same for the other controls as well. Let me show you. If I want to adjust the aperture, I just click on aperture. It'll bring up a list of the apertures that are available on my lens, and I just click on the one I want to use. Over here, underneath the mode, will be white balance. Just click on it to bring up a list of available white balance options. On the right-hand side, you'll see your ISO, or how sensitive it is to light. Just click on ISO to bring up a list and select what you'd like to use. In the center towards the bottom is image quality. Right now I'm shooting a large JPEG, but I can press on it and select any of the options that I have on my camera. This could include different sizes and compressions of JPEG, as well as RAW, and even a combination of RAW plus JPEG at the same time. To the right is the Save To location. I can have DSLR remote saved directly to my computer, or I can save to the computer and the camera at the same time. This way I have my image saved in two locations. Underneath that are the number of images remaining, and to the left-hand side is the battery status for my camera. When I want to take a picture, I just press the fire button. And in a second, you'll see the image that's been taken. You can review your images by just sliding through them to pick the image you'd like to view. If you see an image you want to delete, just click on the image, and you'll have the ability to delete the image. You can also zoom in on an image to check its focus. Just double tap on the area of the image that you'd like to magnify. And it will zoom in to 100% on the original file so you can check your focus. To zoom back out, just double click again. If you'd like to zoom into a different spot, just double click there. You can also rotate the phone to get a larger view. In the horizontal orientation, the LCD panel will disappear and you'll see your image larger, and you can still double click to zoom in, to check your focus, and double click again to zoom back out. If you have a newer Canon EOS digital SLR that supports live view, you can also get a live preview through your camera's viewfinder. Just click and hold on the fire button. You'll see a sheet will come up and there's a Start Live option. Pressing Start Live will now give you a live preview on your phone or your iPod Touch of the action. You can still press the fire button and take pictures during live view mode. To turn live view off, press and hold on the fire button again and use Stop Live. The DSLR remote also has a great self-timer or intervalometer built into it, which allows you to take a sequence of pictures. To access it, click and hold on the fire button again and select intervalometer. You can now select the duration between shots anywhere from 1 second to 1 day. I'm going to set it to 5 seconds. At the bottom, you can select the number of images you'd like to take. I'm going to click and select 5 images. Press Done. Then, decide whether you want it to wait 5 seconds before it takes the first picture, or if you want it to take it right away. If you're using it for a self-timer, be sure to leave this option on. I want it to take the first picture right away, so I'm just going to turn it off. And when you're ready, go ahead and press the Done button, and it'll start to fire right away. You'll see each image as it's taken. At the bottom, you'll also see the timer counting down. When your sequence is done, the fire button will return back to fire. Alright, that should give you a good walkthrough of what you can do using DSLR Remote Professional Edition on your Apple iPhone or iPod Touch.